If you're implementing the strategy I'm talking about today when it comes to marketing and getting leads in your cleaning business, you have no excuses to not be making more money because it is literally free. I know this works because we did it in the window cleaning business that we scaled to $65,000 per month. Then we did it again in a cleaning business that's now doing $30,000 a month consistently using mostly this strategy. And we've also helped over 1,000 people in our program implement this strategy to get leads for free and build their cleaning business. One, I'm gonna show you guys what the grand opening method is, and then two, how you could implement it into your business. And then three, I'm gonna explain how to maximize it and also avoid the common pitfalls I see when people try to implement it and it doesn't work. So when implementing the grand opening method, it's important to know where you're going to be doing this. And the best social media platform to do this on is Facebook groups and Nextdoor. What the grand opening method is, it's basically you creating a reputation around yourself as someone that is a person first and has a business second. And this is where people get things wrong with this, is they'll try to be very salesy, markety, and they'll push the business first. So what you're doing here is you're actually solidifying yourself as someone in the community. So you're a person first and then you have a business second. So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna make an intro post. And this is just gonna be you introducing yourself to your neighbors, to the community, explaining who you are, what you're doing in that city, things you like to do. And then, hey, by the way, I actually have a cleaning business that's local around here. And if you guys need any cleaning or you guys need any tips around cleaning, just hit me up, I'll help you guys out. Now I've seen people get as much as 900 likes on a single post when they do an intro post, which is insane. I wouldn't expect 900. I would expect more, something like 20 to 50 likes. But what you have to understand is every like is a potential lead. This is someone who resonated with your post enough to like it and can potentially use your services. So depending on how many likes and comments you get, what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna reach out to these people. And like I said, you don't wanna be super markety or salesy. You just wanna see if there's any way that you could help. So you can say, hey, thanks for commenting on my post. Thanks for liking my post. I'm sure you've seen I have a cleaning business. So if you ever need cleaning, you know someone who does, I'm your guy. And now this is just the beginning. I've seen people get as many as $5,000 in jobs from their first post to as little as nothing. But if you get nothing, don't freak out, because what you need to understand is this is a long-term play. Anything that has to do with organic growth or free leads is always going to be a long-term play, because free leads don't just come out of nowhere for free. You have to cultivate a community around yourself and the business that you're building and build fans within a community so you become the go-to person for cleaning. So the reason this works so well in Facebook groups that are local and Nextdoor is because these are all neighbors, people that are in the community that care about their city or their town. And like I said, we've done this with multiple businesses. And the most recent one was Married and Mop. That's the one that Johnny's mom runs. And if you're not familiar, basically we built a cleaning business from scratch for Johnny's mom to run. And the first month we did $12,000 in revenue. The second month we did $20,000. And now every month it does $30,000 a month. And it makes $10,000 to $12,000 in profit every single month for Johnny's mom, which is, life-changing for her. And she loves running that business. But the lesson to take away from here is she was always really involved in her local Nextdoor community in Orange County. So people already knew who she was and they would see her around in the group forum. But when she started talking about cleaning, they were willing to help her out because she was a person first and she just happened to have a cleaning business. And this worked out so great for her because now she doesn't really run any paid ads, but she still makes $30,000 per month, which is why she has such great profit margins, because she's getting leads on a daily and weekly basis that are completely free. Because if someone hits you up from a local Nextdoor group or a local Facebook group, you're not paying any money for that. But you did have to put in the time and the effort over time to build a community that people are gonna look to you as a go-to cleaner, which is the trade-off, right? But over time, if you can do that, you can be the go-to cleaner and get free leads basically for as long as you have the business. Now, like I said, the grand opening method is a long-term play. So the intro post that you initially made is not gonna be the end-all be-all of this method. That's not how you're gonna maximize your leads. The way you're gonna maximize your leads is by continuing to post give value, and create engagement in the group. One example that I've seen someone do that worked really well, and it's kind of funny, but it works, is there was a before and after of house that they cleaned, and it looked really, really bad. And they put a poll. They put these two pictures up and they said, what do you think this stain was from? And it almost became like a little game. People were guessing in the comments, what the stain was from, and it created a ton of engagement on this one post. And you might think, well, how is that relevant to like them getting more jobs? Because they didn't straight up say on the post, hey, use my cleaning service. But what it did do is it created a lot of engagement. So if someone was in the group, they most likely seen that post. And if they have never seen this person post before, or they didn't know they had a cleaning business, well, now they know. So whenever they think about, getting their house cleaned, they're gonna go to this person. And there's a key takeaway in all of this is you don't have to be super salesy or pushy or markety to do this grand opening method. You just have to give value to the community and be known so that when someone does need cleaning, they're going to think of you. Okay, let's talk tactics. How are you gonna implement this into your business today? Well, one, you're gonna find the groups that you need to be in. So next door, that's an easy one. Local Facebook groups, you're gonna go into your city, type in the city name, and then local groups. Sometimes it's gonna be mom groups. Sometimes it's gonna be neighborhood specific groups or just local community pages. There's so many on Facebook. You can do this method, for days. There's probably gonna be 20 to 50 different local groups that you could join. So you're gonna wanna start this in maybe like 1 or 2 Facebook groups with Nextdoor. Because if you try joining 10 or 20 at the same time, you're just not gonna be as effective in these groups. So try to keep it to like 2 to 3 groups at the beginning. Now, once you've joined the group, you're gonna make your intro post. You're gonna build a backlog of posts that you can post on a weekly basis. So this is, like I said, some value posts where you're talking about, hey, today my team cleaned a house. This is what we noticed. So just so you guys know, spring is coming up and you're gonna wanna make sure to clean X, Y, and Z. That's like a value post. You're not asking for anything. You're just giving value to the community with your expertise. The second thing is engagement posts. Like I said, that one poll where someone was asking, what do you think this stain is from? Something that is going to create engagement, but also let people know that you have a cleaning business. The third type of post you're gonna do, and you're not gonna do this as often, is some kind of ask, but it's also you giving value. So as part of being in this community, we wanna give you guys 20% off because it's X holiday and we just want to give back to you guys. So we only have 5 spots open for this. Hit me up if you guys are interested, something like that. Depending on the type of group you're in, they might delete your post or they might even ban you from the group. So you want to be careful with this and make sure you've built up enough trust with the group before you start asking. Now, the fourth type of post, and is arguably the most important, is actually one that you're not gonna make yourself. You're gonna want your customers that used your service to go in the group and leave you a testimonial. The reason this is so powerful is because it's easy for me to say, hey, my cleaning business is the best. And there's not much credibility to that, but when someone else is vouching for my business and they're saying, I used their company, they were great, they showed up on time, they did a good job, and now I'm using them for recurring services. Now that type of post is gonna attract a lot of eyes and a lot of trust. So we used to do this back in the window cleaning business. We'd ask someone, hey, can you post a testimonial in the group? Maybe even give them $10, $20 for doing so for their time. But I'm telling you, that type of post can literally generate you anywhere from 10 to 50 leads for completely free, right? If I told you today, hey, you can get 50 leads for free, would you do this thing? And I know the answer is yes, because we all love leads, especially for free. So definitely make sure to implement that into the grand opening method when you put it out. Okay, now I want to warn you guys about some of the potential roadblocks that I see people run into, and then why I see people fail the most when they try to implement this method. One of the first roadblocks I see people run into that usually stops them from doing this method altogether is not seeing instant success. So they'll make the intro post, maybe they'll make 1 or 2 posts after that, but if they get 0 leads or they get like 3 leads, but they don't close into actual customers, they start to feel bad about it, and then they just write it off as this marketing strategy didn't work for me. Now, from the beginning, I said this is a long-term strategy, so you have to see it through. And I know when doing a new marketing strategy, it can feel like a risk, and it can feel like if it doesn't work right away, that it's never going to work. But I'm telling you, if you put the time, the effort, and the consistency into this method, you will see success at some point. And the best part about this is that it's completely free to make posts, right? It just takes your time to actually write the posts and make them. But I don't have to tell you guys it's ChatGPT, because you already know. You can use something like ChatGPT, make these posts, and then put them up in your local community group. So if it is completely free, why wouldn't you see it through at least 3 months in, at least 6 months? Because like I said, this is a long-term play, and you have to build your organic presence. You have to build your reputation as a go-to cleaner. This doesn't happen overnight. But I'm telling you, I know people that are in my community that have been doing this for months. And at first they didn't see that instant success, but we pushed them and we told them, keep on going, keep on doing this. And now today, now they're getting so many free leads from these organic Facebook groups and the next door groups that they don't have to spend as much on Google local service ads or Facebook ads or any other paid ads platform, because they're getting these leads for free. The other big roadblock I see people run into is they get banned from the local Facebook group or next door group that they're in. And what you need to understand is, like I said, there's gonna be 10 or 20 or even more local Facebook groups that you can join. So if that does happen to you, learn from the experience. Maybe you were being a little too pushy, maybe you were asking a little too much, and go join another group. I'm telling you, there is more than enough local groups for you to do this in. So if that does happen to you, don't freak out. There are solutions. To sum it up, there is no reason why you shouldn't be at least trying this method for the next 2 to 3 months and see what comes about it, right? Worst case scenario, you get a few leads, you get a few jobs, but maybe you felt like it wasn't the best strategy for you. But the best case scenario is you start to build a reputation, you start to build yourself as the go-to cleaning company in your local area. People start referring you, you start getting leads for free left and right, and now your business is actually booming with free leads, which is what everybody wishes they can have, but something that you could actually have if you implement the grand opening method today. So first steps of action are gonna be starting to join some of these local groups and then make your intro post. If you haven't already, make sure to check out the swipe file down below that has all the examples of people that have implemented it and it's working for them in their business, so that you could take that as inspiration and actually implement it in your business today. And make sure, like always, take some action. Don't go away from this video and do nothing with it, because you could be leaving thousands of dollars on the table. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and check out our other videos where we talk about how to start cleaning businesses, how to grow cleaning businesses, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.